Vladimir Vukolov, director of the Research Institute of Tourism at one of Kazakhstan universities, PhD in education, professor, world-class athlete in sport tourism, senior instructor of mountain tourism, the judge of the Republican category of all-round tourist. He is engaged in mountain tourism from school and still performs not only mountain hikes, but is the head of the team taking the program's 7 highest peaks of the continent. Sport tourism is his profession.
Он формирует очень серьезные черты характера, тщательность, добросовестность.
He forms a very serious character traits: thoroughness, integrity, teamwork, sincere attitude, and a lot of other things, because I believe that virtually all social functions reflected in sports tourism.
Все социальные функции, которые есть в туризме вообще, они отражены.
Vukolov has long been a senior instructor of the Republican School of Mountaineering Instructors, and now the team includes his students, graduates of the school instructors.
Из 7 вершин мы сходили на 5 командой, но...
Of the 7 peaks, we went to 5 with the team, but there are 2 of the most difficult to execute tops are left. They are Everest and Peak Vinson. Vinson is complicated because it requires big money, but with Everest, of course, we must be very well prepared. For example, I didn't really imagine how I, at my age, can climb to the top, but guys call me down and say, okay, last year 80-year-old Japanese man climbed Everest.
Успокаивают и говорят, ничего страшного, в прошлом году 80-летний японец зашел на Эверест.
Experienced hiker and climber Vladimir Vukolov understands that you cannot detract from the complexity of climbing the world's highest peak. 7 summits is the geographical program, but not everyone, even with the use of oxygen, can get to the top of Everest.
Она построена так, что она начинается со слабых вершин, с точки зрения физики и техники.
It is built so that it starts with the weak peaks from the point of view of physics and technology. We started with Kilimanjaro in 2005. We went there with quite a large team of 11 people, including my students at school instructors. We were part of the national team. It was still in the Soviet era of tourism mountain, and we, for example, already had at the time the USSR Championship bronze medal in the class of hiking in the 6th category of complexity. We were part of the elite of mountaineering in USSR.
Походов 6-й категории сложности. То есть мы входили в элиту, как бы, горного туризма СССР.
Everest is the highest mountain in the world and the main mountain of Asia, the highest peak in Europe, Mount Elbrus.
В 2008-2009 году я работал по обмену в Курском государственном университете.
In 2008-2009, I worked on the exchange program in the Kursk State University. There is such a system for the exchange of professors, and there is a section which was led by the team who climbed Mount Elbrus, and the guys from our permanent team went up later. We visited Australia, we went to Kostyushko. Well, it is a very simple top. It is 2,200 meters high. Aconcagua in 2010. It was interesting really, because the top of it is technically simple, but climatic conditions make it very difficult.
Условия такие, что пришлось поработать.
The highest peak in Australia and Oceania is Kostyushko Peak. Aconcagua is the main peak of South America, and to the highest peak in North America, McKinley, the team went up without their leader. He works with his students, who come out of university with good experience.
У меня в докторской диссертации есть такая концепция, что менеджера нужно готовить на реальном проекте. Причем желательно выбирать сложные.
In my doctoral thesis, there is a concept that the manager must be prepared for a real project. We used just one project that we were doing, that is 7 summits. This, in practice, is the main focus of training they perform, or part of the project of a climb on one of these peaks, or here we are now doing in 3 subjects: Everest, transport service, catering, accommodation is separate. We are all on the one basic position of traditional tourism product.
Размещение, это мы все делаем вот по основным позициям традиционного туристского продукта.
Fruitful scientific and educational, sports and coaching activities of Vladimir Vukolov are awarded by medals, diplomas and Science Honored Worker of Tourism of the Republic of Kazakhstan and Distinguished Instructor Tourism of the Republic of Kazakhstan.